Grade 11 learners. I am Teacher Menchu and this is your School on Air in Empowerment Technologies here at Bamboo Telescuela. How are you today? I hope you are doing great. Now, kindly prepare your module, your pen and paper, as well as your gadgets and internet connectivity as we continue to explore other online applications. Simultaneously, we are live at DWDY AM, CMD Cable, and streaming live at SDO Kawayan Facebook page. Last week, you have enjoyed your discussion with Ma'am Mary Jane about the different types of online platforms for ICT development, which includes the social media platform, the presentation or visual web applications, the web page creation platform, the cloud computing, blogging platforms, mapping applications, and the file management. This week, we shall continue understanding and exploring other types of online platforms for us to realize the following objectives. That is, explore some of the different categories online platforms available for developing web contents, and then apply web design principles and elements using online creation tools, platforms, and applications to communicate a message for a specific purpose. Let us continue with the cloud computing applications. When we say cloud computing, these are internet-based computing utilities where you can store, process, and access data and programs from the internet or third-party data centers, instead of using local servers or hard drives and even your handy flash drives. Social media and blogging platforms use cloud computing in storing the data we are uploading. Furthermore, these can be manipulated and arranged online. Examples of these are Evernote, Dropbox, Google Drive, Amazon Cloud Drive, Microsoft OneDrive, iCloud, and many more. Next on the list is the file management. This is a system or an application that allows you to organize and keep track of files. This happens each time we organize our files online and convert them somehow to another format. Great example of this is the process when we create our files into PDF or portable document format, which is considered as readable format for most tablets and smartphones using a browser. Another is the software, as a software feature where we can create documents, presentation, and spreadsheet files using file management applications such as Google Docs, presentation, and the like. Examples are Samsar, Word to PDF, Dropbox, SkyDrive, Google Drive, and many more. Google Drive is a file storage and synchronization service developed by Google, launched on April 24, 2012. Google Drive allows users to store files on their servers, synchronize files across devices, and share files. Let us explore the Google Drive as a file management application. Class, be ready with your gadgets and be sure that you are signed in your Google account. So follow me as I will guide you in managing files with Google Drive. Click New and then select Folder. Then, rename the folder with MTech and click Create. To change the color of the folder, just right-click the folder you have created, select Change Color, and choose from the palette the color you want. Second is the uploading of files in the folder. On the Google Drive menu, click New and then select File Upload or Folder Upload. Then locate the file in your local drives and select it, and then wait for the file to be uploaded completely. Third is sharing files and folders through links generation. So here are the steps. Select the file or folder to share and right-click your mouse and select Share. Fill in the Google account with the person whom you wanted the file or folder with and click Done. Or you may select Shareable Link and set restrictions with the file and click Copy Link, then send it to the recipient. The next is using Google Drive as a software, like Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides. One is the Google Docs, which is an online word processor that lets you create and format documents like and work with other people. It is most likely the Microsoft Word that you are familiar with. On the Google Apps menu, click Google Docs, click blank, then you will see that the document will open and you can now start encoding the text of your documents, like Hello World. Here, you will notice that formatting tools are available at the top, or you can see the Format menu and select the tools you needed. To customize margins, page color, and orientation, just click File and then Page Setup. We also have the Insert menu, which lets you add different features to your document. Here are the highlights in Insert menu. Image, in which you can insert an image from your computer, the web, drive, and more. Table, that lets you select the number of columns and rows to create a table. Drawing, where you can create shapes, pictures, and diagrams right in your document. Link, in which you can add link to another page or to a header or bookmark in the same document. Bookmark, used to add shortcuts to specific places with your document. And last but not the least, Table of Contents, where you can create an auto-generated table of contents that links to each heading in your document that has a heading style applied. 2 is the Google Sheets software, which is an online spreadsheet app that lets you create and format spreadsheets and work with other people. To access it, just click Google Sheets on the Google Apps menu, and eventually the spreadsheet will open. Rename your spreadsheet. How to do it? Well, just click Untitled Spreadsheet and enter a new name. To enter text or data, just click a cell, then enter your text. To insert more items, click Insert tab, then choose what you want to add, like charts, images, drawings, functions, notes, and more. And lastly, you can select cells in your spreadsheet and then format them using the toolbar options. 3 is the Google Slides, mostly the same with the Microsoft Office PowerPoint. Google Slides is an online presentation app that lets you create and format presentations and work with other people. On the Google App menu, click Google Slides, then click New, and then Presentation will open. You can now start encoding your details for your presentation. Click the plus sign to add new slide or drop-down list of slide list. Format the text using format tools or use the format menu. To add slide transition, under the view menu, select motion and task pane will appear. Select the element and click animation, then it is the time to customize your animation. If you wish to add external materials of the presentation, just click the Insert tab. After encoding and formatting your presentation, you can click on Present button to preview your presentation. Those are the amazing things that we can do in managing files using Google Drive. Now, take note and focus on the following discussions. Aside from managing files using Google Drive, we also have the web page creation platforms. These are platforms used to build a new page online, designed by the creator, which can be customized using coding language or predefined template known as WYSIWYG. It doesn't require to undergo rigorous programming lessons to create a simple website. We all need to be creative on how we can design our pages. WYSIWYG stands for What You See is What You Get. This means that whatever you type, insert, draw, place, rearrange, and everything you do on the page is what the audience will see. Examples are the Wix, Weebly, Google Sites, WordPress, and many more. And lastly, the blogging platforms. This is a platform that is typically looks like a newsletter, where you are given options to change the design you want. Hence, the creator of the page has the freedom of organizing the content of the page and design it freely. Examples of these online platforms are blogs, WordPress, and many more. Under these online platforms is the so-called content management system. CMS is a computer application, sometimes online or browser-based, that allows you to publish, edit and manipulate, organize and delete content. CMS is used in blogs, news websites, and shopping. Example is WordPress. At this point, let us understand web development. Through understanding what is the so-called web design, its principles and elements. Probably, your creativity is stimulated at this point as you heard web design. It has something to do with putting elements on a page and design it for your own liking or to your target audience. A web page is a document which is designed for the World Wide Web. It's accessible using a web browser such as Firefox, Google Chrome, Microsoft Internet Explorer, or Apple Safari. This contains different forms of media such as text, graphics, sound, video, and animation. Web design is the act of putting selected elements on a certain page and making information available for your target audience. It is just like creating a scrapbook where you design it using different elements considering your audience likings. In designing a web page, there are several elements which include text. This includes the font family and types must be chosen well, clear and is readable. Example, you can use Arial, Times New Roman, and many more. Graphics illustrations. This must be with good quality and well arranged with the text and other elements. Shape. It is an organic or inorganic shape created and used to denote an enclosed boundary in the overall design. It can be organic or inorganic type of shapes. Background. A picture, gradient, motion picture which is used to bring out the design more attractive. Example, in the dark background, use light text color or vice versa. Color. It can be primary, secondary, or even tertiary color which must be blended well, and it complement with other elements. Video and audio. A motion picture and a sound file that will help the viewers easily understand what is in the page. Links. These are hyperlinks which allow to connect or move from one page to another related to the content. After knowing the different elements in designing a web page, let us understand how can we put these elements together so that we can create a good or even spectacular web page design. We have the so-called web design principles. In doing things, most of the times, we need to be guided with the needed principles so that we can say that the output is based on standard in making it. Are you ready? First on the line is the communication, and organize information by making good use of headlines and subheadlines. Use bullet points rather than long, ghastly sentences. Remember that the ultimate purpose of the visitor is to get information, and if your website is able to communicate your visitors efficiently, most probably they would spend more time on your website. Tricks that may work to establish effortless communication with the visitors are organizing information by making good use of headlines and subheadlines, cutting the waffle, and using bullet points rather than long, ghastly sentences. Simplicity. It must be user-friendly, clean, and fresh design. Seamlessly navigate from one page to another. Easy loading of elements. Over-designed website may not work. Putting too many elements on the page may lead to distract visitors from the main purpose of your website. Simplicity always works in an effective web page design. Clean and fresh design of your website not only makes the website appealing, but also help users to navigate from one page to another seamlessly. Loading a website having design features which do not serve the purpose may be frustrating. Keep your design as simple as possible so that the visitor can feel it easy to use and can find their ways easily. Consistency in web design matters a lot. Give your attention to match design elements throughout each of the pages. It can be understood that your fonts, sizes, headings, subheadings, and button styles must be the same throughout the website. Plan everything in advance. Finalize the fonts and the right colors of your text, buttons, and other elements. Typography and readability. Use fonts that are easier to read. Make proper combination of typefaces for each and every design element such as headlines, body text, buttons, and many more. Consider using fonts that is easier to read. The modern sans serif fonts as Arial, Helvetica can be used for the body text. Mobile compatibility. A web design must be effective for various screens and it should be compatible in many devices. Keeping in mind that ever-growing usage of smartphones, tablets, and tablets, Web design must be effective for various screens. If your website design does not support all screen sizes, chances that you will lose the battle of your competitors. Color palette and imagery. Pick a perfect color palette for your website which can create a pleasing atmosphere. Avoid using too many colors. A perfect color combination attracts users, while a poor combination can lead to distraction. This necessitates you to pick a perfect color palette for your website, which can create a pleasing atmosphere, thus leaving a good impact on visitors. Enhance users' experience by selecting complementary color palette to give a balanced look to your website design. Remember to use white space as it avoids your website from visual clutter and mess. 3 or 4 tones for the whole websites are ample to give appealing and clear design. Same is the case with images. Do not use multiple vibrant images. Easy loading, optimize image sizes. Compress other elements and use video hosting for videos. Easy navigation. Create a logical page hierarchy and design simple clickable buttons. Study shows that visitors stay more time on the websites having easy navigation. For effective navigation, you may consider creating a logical page hierarchy using breadcrumbs and designing clickable buttons. You should follow the 3-click rule so that visitors can get the required information within 3 clicks. With this, one of the applications that we can use in web design is the Google site. At this point, let us have another application that is used for blogging. Let us explore the WordPress. WordPress is a blogging website used to create a blog. It started in 2003, which has grown to be the largest self-hosted blogging tool in the world. It is a free and open-source content management system based on PHP and MySQL computer language.
Creating a blog site using WordPress. First, visit the site wordpress.com in your respective browsers. After which, click on the Get Started located at the upper right corner of the web page. From the plan, choose Free to start with free WordPress account. And start filling up the necessary information from the text boxes, inputting your email address, username, and password. After which, you are now ready to create your account. Type the domain that you wish to use for your blog site. And after which, a list of domain is provided. At this point, choose free domain to use. Configure your account and confirm your account using the email address you have used earlier. In customizing the page, click on My Sites menu and click on the design. And under the design, we have Customize and Themes. You may also select themes that are free to use for your blog site. By hovering the mouse pointer over the item and click Activate. Once this dialog box appears, click Customize your site. You will be directed to a page where you can edit your page. Note that some options may differ depending on the theme selected, and some options may not be available for a free account. In adding a post, click on My Sites menu. and select Site, and under the site you may select Post. At this point, click on Add New Post. The editor will open, and now you can encode your text or even paste the article that you have made from a Word document. You may also add additional elements in your post like image, videos, by clicking the plus sign and choose the different kinds of elements that you wish to add to your post. After which, you may now click on the preview button if you wish to see how your blog looks like. And if you are done, click on the publish button if you are going to publish your article. And these are the steps on how to use WordPress in starting a blog.
I hope that you have already understood our topic and followed all the steps discussed today. Continue to practice the given steps on how to use the different applications. Do read and scan your module for further understanding and start doing the activities intended in order for you to apply the learnings that you have. If you still have questions and clarifications, write them down on your module or just message your Empowerment Technology teacher. That's all. Goodbye. Have a safe week ahead and God bless. Once again, this is Teacher Menchu from Bamboo Telesquare.